Okay. All right. Then that's all of my dinner has now been consumed.
Has been dinnered. Dinner.
It has been dinnered. Um, you know, on my screen, I've got the map zoomed out to fit the whole map on here. Um, and I can barely make out Laria's miniature against the like dark wood color. So I might go in and like just tweak the levels uh on the colors so that like Laria doesn't just like vanish anytime we're fucking walking across like wood or grass or shit. Although that would make sense, frankly, being a little mushroom person. God, I remember when gnomes in D&D used to get a bonus to hide checks whenever they were standing in tall grass.
All right, I've returned.
They
Excellent.
got bonuses when they stood in really tall.
Yeah, they got bonuses to their hide checks when they stood in tall grass.
Short.
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a lawn gnome joke. But either way, at some point later on, we'll probably tweak the values on Laria's mini colors so that she stands out a wee bit more, though.
Oh, weird.
Because while it makes sense that that she would blend in with natural surroundings and whatnot, it does make it a little difficult to pick her out on the fucking map.
Mushroom lady blending in with the surroundings.
I love how she's basically she's the sniper in the tower right now. Mushroom lady with a fucking rifle is hilarious. Speaking of, actually, since the use of guns has suddenly like skyrocketed in the party, which is not a bad thing. I want to point that out. Not a bad thing. I was looking more over the like misfire rules and stuff like that since I was using them for these guys. Since all these guys have guns, and they've been trying to maintain them without any sort of like actual like real supplies for a long time. I wanted them to be in disrepair, so that it would trigger more often. But looking up the rules for it, it's actually pretty stupid how, quite frankly, the all of the flintlock weapons would misfire, and essentially you get one free trigger pull a day, and then you have to clean it the next day. But any additional trigger pulls after the first one, there is a flat check that you have to make every single time to see if there's a misfire.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, and I think that's a little stupid. But so what I think I'm going to just do is I'm just going to say that you guys need to pick up gun cleaning kits so that as part of your like daily preparations, you clean your guns. And that way they are useful the way that we have been using them for the next day. But if for whatever particular reason you don't have your tools to clean the gun, it does mean that the next day when you use it, there's a chance of misfire. So as opposed to being every single time after the first pull of the trigger, I'm just going to do it on if there's a day where you, for whatever reason, you don't have the opportunity to clean your gun, misfire is a thing. But we'll do that after this session. Okay, so since we're all here, it is now officially 7:30. We will get started. As I mentioned earlier, Citrus June will be with us sometime in the nearish future. They are handling an oil change and getting that all taken care of. All right. So last time, the party traveled up to the fort that was in the northern part of the map, a couple of miles away from where the camp is at. This fort is filled with a bunch of orcs. There are also some hobgoblins. There was at least one goblin that you guys came across, who was apparently the one who was actually maintaining their equipment and stuff.
well,
She had a Molotov. Emphasis on had a Molotov. She is now inside of a Molotov. She's on
Consumed.
fire.
got a lot of things.
she
Yeah.
she is crisping over here. But yeah, you guys rolled up on here. You fought a small dragon, have like taken out a bunch of like orc dudes and whatnot. You've essentially taken everybody out in the fort. There's only at the moment two dudes that you guys have, or two dudes that you guys have seen who are combatants, and one dude who you have seen that is currently locked up in stocks. He is unarmed and unarmored. He's an orc guy. And it was pointed out specifically to June that that's the one like nice one. And Torque was in the process of making her way over there, but there is a heavily armed hobgoblin though who's currently in the way, that she hasn't been otherwise able to sneak around just yet. His last action that he was taking though for we ended was he was running back to the door to like get inside of the building, probably to like let who's ever in the building know that like you guys are rolling. Otherwise there is the one standing armored hobgoblin. He does speak common, as he did address Shadow Wizard Gang. Asked if Shadow Wizard Gang was part of the military. Shadow Wizard Gang said no, fuck you. And then he's like, there's no honor in this, but he's got his sword and his shield ready, and he's like, let's dance.
You're
so-
right, there is no honor. You're not worthy as my opponent.
So
Nope.
I like the character tokens a lot smaller than I remembered.
you may need to zoom in. We were actually just talking about the fact that yours needed like some adjustment for the colors, so that we could more easily pick it out in the background.
Yeah.
Although, actually, let me just play with it here for a second, because like,
It's like small.
yeah, because well, I mean, Laria is a small sized character, so that is relative to a human sized character. Callie is technically a human sized character, but Callie is a short teenager, and the Conrasu is also kind of a short king, short muscle wizard.
Short,
So-
muscular.
Yeah, our current tall man in the party, Tim, is not currently here. But for reference, though, let me pop over here and let me slide Gloria out on the map. Okay, so Gloria, she is this size, like that's her actual size. If she's wandering around like over here next to Shadow is Renegade, she's that friggin' big. If she's over here next to Laria, she's that friggin' big. So yeah.
So you were trying to scale it?
Yeah, so this would be relatively how big she would be versus Laria. So give me a second here. Let me rearrange this. Let's send you to the back so that Laria is in front. Okay. So yeah, so Zane, if you if you zoom in on your character there, you can see just how much bigger Gloria is to Laria. Because like Gloria is like 980 pounds. She's like 8'2", not counting the top knot. So like she big. She is multiple Larias wide, for crying out loud. But yeah, so What we're gonna do here? Let me take Gloria off the map because she's not currently with you guys. All right. So what we're gonna do here is since we're essentially going to still be in initiative time because there is one combatant who's still technically in combat with you guys. So we're gonna keep on that for now. But Laria, you are here at the top of the round. You currently have a very advantageous sniper position. Um, there is like you can see all this stuff which is on the like top of this roof here. But there's currently nobody else like on this roof, even though from where you're at, you can clearly see that there are ladders, there are portholes or whatever
I
that
think
lead
if
down
I
into it,
remember,
but nobody is currently up here.
I think if I remember correctly, I used all my actions.
Well, this is a new round, so you
Oh,
have all
okay.
you have all three of your actions back. The last thing that you did though was shoot the goblin lady, which caused her to drop the Molotov and it exploded. So that was the last thing that you did specifically.
Oh, I thought Jamal did that.
Yeah, I think Lyria
Or was it?
shot her, and she didn't
Yeah.
drop the.
Yeah, I
Okay.
shot her,
Well.
she didn't drop it,
Jay had
and
the.
Jamal finished it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I think
All
that's
right.
what
Well,
happened.
either way, you did shoot. Um. So, you cannot see this guy as he is behind the building on the
Okay.
ground floor. So you can't see him, and you would not be able to see the other guy who's currently facing off against Shadow Money Gang. So as far as your view is concerned, Laria can see the guy who is in the stocks, but everybody else has been downed and taken care of.
How is he reacting to this situation?
He is barely conscious. He's been beaten
Mm.
rather severely. He is essentially wearing just like some tattered shorts. You know, they gave him at least that amount of dignity. But they have otherwise been beating on this dude. He is bleeding. To give you a physical description of Sir Han, that is his
Mhm.
name. That's the name that has been told to the party.
Mhm.
Um, that he is a he's orc, or he's an orc. He's got orc heritage, but he's also got something else in his bloodline though that's other than orc. Um, but he looks otherwise very very orky. He has a like dark gray skin, so like imagine like Torque's skin tone, but like significantly darker. That has what looks like cracks running through it, and those cracks are then filled with like a gold color that like straight up looks like gold, the mineral. Um, so it doesn't like look like a tattoo. It looks like literally something's going on with his flesh. But he's bleeding regular blood. He's bruised. He's barely conscious. He's managed to like raise his head enough to look at the fire, which is spreading there in front of him.
Doesn't react.
But
He's probably like, I told you so.
Yeah, he's hanging there, and he's like had the moment to like come to think of like what is going on. So at the moment, he's just sort of like staring in disbelief at the fire in front of him. He has not had the opportunity to do anything else. So, Laria, you've got three actions. You've got a hatch behind you, which leads down to a door that is down here. There is a ladder on the side, which you came up, that you could climb back down. There's a stairwell here that takes you into the courtyard. Obviously, there's a stairwell over here that also takes you into the courtyard. This is a like 3-story drop. So like if you if you vaulted the edge and just jumped into
Oh, I am not
Splat.
gonna do
thing,
that.
that would cause you significant amounts of damage.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna go down the ladder
okay,
just seeing
so
how far it is.
it takes one action for you to get down here,
Mhm.
and then from there you've got 25 feet worth of movement,
Yeah,
which would take you up to
I'll go
where
right
Jamal's
next
at.
to Jamal.
Okay, so that's 2 actions.
Mhm.
And
And
then from there, if you want to keep moving, 25 will get you right down to the bottom of the
I'm going to go right here, and
Okay.
I'll just tell Jamal, I don't think we should attack that guy. He looks pretty beat up.
Yeah,
Mm,
he's pretty beat up. He does not have any equipment, and he is currently like in a
mm,
he's got his head and hands inside of like a wooden stock thing. He
uh,
he ain't going nowhere.
I could probably just do this. And what check would I have to make?
Okay,
Uh,
so let's see here. As
uh,
part of casting the spell,
uh,
you recall knowledge using society to gain information about the immediate social situation. So yeah, make a society check, and you get a +1 bonus to it.
Oh,
Okay, 24.
Ooh.
All right.
mm,
Well, obviously, there's not very much of a social situation going on, but
mm,
Laria, you can pick up that the guy in the stocks is very much ostracized from the rest of this group. He looks
mm.
like he belongs with this group, like he's culturally and heritage-wise related to them, but he's not in the group anymore. He's basically been like he's being
exiled.
treated as an outsider. He's been driven out. Um, Although they have chosen
Mm.
to keep him prisoner for apparently a considerable amount of time, just looking at like the bruises and whatnot, especially around his neck and wrist that you can see from there. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what you're picking up from there. But you pass that information on to Jamal.
Yeah, I tell Jamal that. Mm,
Alrighty. Then let's switch
mm,
over here to our uh,
mm.
combat. Can I do the thing? Will it let me do the thing? Apparently not. All right. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. There
Yes.
is a heavily armored hobgoblin soldier who is about 15 feet from you. He has his shield and he has his sword. He has taken some damage from the multiple like explosions that were coming from Callie and Mr. Servos. So he's not fresh, but he's ready to throw down.
Excellent. Uh, quick question though. What type of armor is he wearing?
I can tell you that here in just a moment. Let's see here. The hobgoblin soldiers. He is wearing specifically tailored to him hide armor.
Okay.
He is also currently holding a shield that looks like it's mostly made out of wood, but it also has like some hide and stuff on it. And it has been decorated on the front to have a big leering goblinoid face on it.
Okay, so hide. All right. But his sword's obviously made of metal, right?
Oh yeah, he has the most well blade you've seen out of
Hey, shit ass. Electric
Hey,
arc.
shit ass. All right. That shit ass has got to make a basic reflex saving throw, DC 17. All right. Hobgoblin Soldier, your reflex saving throw is a +6. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. Rolling the dice. Well, you rolled a 4, so it's going to be a no, Chief. All right. So he takes the zappy. Let's see here. It is 7 damage. So let's note his 7 electricity damage. There we go. He takes it and he takes it like tough, like he refuses to like let you see him like scream in pain. But like the way his face is twisting, he is not enjoying this at all. But that's 2 actions from Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
All right, let me see. And to
Oh my God.
to add insult to injury, I'm gonna throw a vial of spear frog poison at him.
Okay.
So would that just be like a melee throw or melee or a ranged attack?
Yeah, so you would just need to make a ranged attack. So if you've got so just use your wrist mounted crossbow.
Oh,
Oh, this
Yeah.
poor
Damn.
shitheads.
damn, bro.
Thankfully though, with the shield, that's not enough to crit him, but he does get hit by it. So what is the what's the vial do?
Let me go back over to it. Inventory.
Okay. All right, so you throw. Oh wait, this needs to be applied to a weapon. You have to
Oh.
hit it. You have to apply it to a weapon and then hit him.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, you could take the action to like pull it out and like go ahead and put it onto your scythe. Be like, all right, you want to do this?
but me getting closer would use an action and then me attacking, so I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, I mean, you use.
Oh,
the
yeah, I
two
can
actions
apply
to
it, yeah.
You could use it. You could apply it now, so that then when it's your turn next time, you don't have to. You don't have to
Oh,
use the
yeah,
action to
yeah,
apply it.
yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
already there.
Yeah, I'll just apply it to my scythe.
All right. All right. You zap him with magic, and then you're like, shame, and then you like pour the thick syrupy poison on your like scythe. Damn shame.
Yeehaw, chuckle fucks.
All right, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. Torque. Let's see here. Torque. Let me open up your character sheet, Torque. All right. Do you have a spell or anything that might help you in this particular situation? Because she does not
Love
want to like
casting
alert.
spells.
She doesn't want to alert this guy that she's hiding. So we're not going to use her little needle trick this time around. That's not really going to help. Okay. Also, she doesn't want. Unfortunately, that she can't do that silently. So, what's your stealth? Okay, your stealth is not bad. Torque's got a +6 to her stealth, and this hobgoblin guy has a +7 to perception. So she could try to sneak past him. And I'm going to say that she's going to try. So Torque is going to attempt to get past his stealth DC. His stealth DC is 17. You roll for Torque's stealth. Public roll, please. Ooh, not enough. That means he does see her. Okay. But she is otherwise going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gets her right there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gets her right up next to Sirhan. And she doesn't know that the hobgoblin guy sees you. So Laria and Jamal can see Torque creep around the corner up to the guy in stocks, and she immediately starts pulling out like picks and whatnot so that she can start jimmying the lock on the stocks. All right. That guy, dead. Now we come to the hobgoblins. All right. So, hobgoblin that just took the zappage. He spits like off to the side of like, all right, here we go. And then he moves in for like melee combat with Shadow Wizard and the gang. All
Let's
right.
dance.
It is dancing time. Okay, so unfortunately, he doesn't get the bonus that he would get if he had living ally adjacent to him.
Damn shame.
Damn shame.
Just like
So
the battlefield is littered with the corpses of his fallen comrades.
yeah, unfortunately, his special ability only works when they are alive.
Hobgoblin is pretty brave.
But he's going to come forward. He does switch up his grip actually as he comes forward, because the longsword is a versatile. So he switches up his grip and he fucking tries to stab Shadow Wizard Moneygang like straight through his wooden belly. All right, so Shadow Wizard Moneygang. What is your AC, please?
20.
20. All right, so swing number 1. That's going to be a miss. All right. He is just going to go ahead and go for 2 of them because he fucking ain't got anything else to do. All right. Yeah. So like
Trying to get
he
one.
does 2 quick like fencing jabs at you, and he does not manage to land a blow. So that's his 3 actions. The other guy opens the door, steps inside of the building, and starts shouting something in Orcish. I'm going to move him off of the token layer because y'all can't see him, although you guys know that he's there. He did notice Torque. He apparently didn't give a shit.
Did Torque hear him shout?
Oh yeah, Torque heard him shout, and Torque could understand him. But she is currently at the moment busy trying to unlock Sirhan. So we're going to come over here to June, and I'm going to say that June's going to use one of her actions. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets her to the bottom of the stairs. 5, 10, 15 gets her up here next to the door, and she will stealth. So June's just getting herself into position. All right, Jamal, it row time.
Jay?
Jay, you there?
Oh shit, he dead.
Oh no!
Oh shit, dog fell asleep.
What's the dog doing?
In lieu of Jay popping in and saying something, I'm going to say that he's reloading his gun, doing all that sort of stuff, and gives her like the nod of like, I understand what you just told me. So we'll skip over Jay for the moment, which means we come over here to fish sticks in the machine.
All right, what you got planned, Callie?
I'm gonna reload the cannon and I'm gonna shoot that fucking hobgoblin.
Alrighty. The cannon does have splash damage.
What's your health, Johnny?
19.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah, it's only 1 point of splash damage. Okay, so the Habo Gabo, he currently has an AC.
An AC of what?
18.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Alright,
well, he dropped the shield in order to and that definitely hits. But he dropped the shit. He dropped the shield in order to stab you twice, and then fucking missed. But he do get hit by the dwarven scattergun. He takes 2 points of damage, and 1 point of damage goes to Shadow Wizard Moneygang.
Owie.
All right, so Callie reload. Callie pulls trigger. That's 2 actions from Callie. Shoot him again, or reload again.
Reload, and then I'll have Mr. Servos raise shield.
Okay, so Callie uses her last action to reload the cannon. Mr. Servos goes into turtle formation.
Yep.
All right then. Laria, you are over here. You can see that Torque is beginning to try to get this dude out of the stocks. You just heard the cannon go off again, and also that guy that ran inside, you can hear him shouting.
All right, I probably might have to move over here and just wave at Torque to try to get her attention and signal that we're not going to attack him.
Okay. All right. You do that.
Did she get?
Yeah. You see her notice it, and she gives you a nod as she's fiddle with the padlock. So one
Mm.
action to do that. It doesn't cost anything for you to like wave over the like, hey, we're not gonna shoot that dude.
Yeah.
So that's one action though for you to just move over.
Mhm. And I think that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay.
Oh, I will. Well, just in case, I will cast this just in case anything happens.
That's good idea. Good idea.
Mhm.
All right.
And
You
what do
bring
I
up
have to
a
do?
magical shield.
Mm,
You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
When you cast a shield, basically it raises up a force field around,
Mhm.
which counts as using the raise a shield action, which means your AC goes up by 1, and the shield takes damage if anybody attacks you. So if they hit your new AC, the shield takes damage, not you.
Okay, so that's an AC of 19 then, right? You said additional?
Yeah, it gives you a +1 to your AC.
Okay.
So if somebody were to attack you and they hit that AC 18, then you can block that damage, and it can eat up to 5 points of that damage.
Mhm.
But if you do that, like if you use your shield to block damage, incoming damage, it does put the cantrip on a 10-minute cooldown.
Okay.
But it
That's
only
fine.
puts the well, specifically it puts the shield block thing on a 10-minute cooldown. You can still cast it to give yourself the +1. Still do that.
Okay.
All right. So Shadow Wizard Money Gang. This guy is not in.
Mm.
He's not in great shape. Let me tell you.
Oh boy. You know what? I am gonna. I'm assuming since I'm technically adjacent to him, he's still within swiping distance, right?
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
So if you want to
Yeah,
use
you
your, if you want
still
to use
got that
your,
poison sickle.
yeah, if you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to use your
gonna.
poison's sickle.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my poison sickle.
All right. Okay. Well, a 16 unfortunately isn't going to hit him.
Damn. All right.
So
Well,
you want to try again?
you know what? We're gonna say fuck it. We ball electric arc again.
All right. I mean, sure, do it.
Damn.
Damn. All right. Let's see here. Again, this guy has a +6, I believe. Let me make sure. Yep, +6 to his reflex save. DC 17. That time he is actually going to make that. So he manages to cut that 5 damage in half. So we're going to call that 2 damage that he takes. Boom zap. All right. Well, a new phase enters the combat map. So let me move this guy over to the token layer as somebody comes out of one of those hatches up there on top of the building, comes up, looks over the edge, sees you right there on the stairwell, sees the fire, looks down, sees Sirhan and Torque like working to like get him undone. So he just climbs up as his action, looks down, sees all of that stuff, and then he says something in Orcish, uh, and then he pulls out a gun and he tries to shoot Laria. So Laria, you currently have that +1,
Yeah, it's a
correct?
19 AC.
All right. So he has a +6 to this attack. He rolled an 8, so no. But now he also has to make the check for the misfire of the gun, which, Jesus Christ, these guys are having such bad luck with these rolls. Yeah, so his gun fucking also misfires. Asshole. So his gun misfire, critically misfire, and therefore explode. So at least there's that. But like the other guys that you guys have run across, when the gun fails him, he just throws it to the ground, and you see him like looking around himself, like he's looking for like fucking something to throw at you or whatever. But yeah, you see that guy up there. So we come back around to Torque. Torque, she just calls out in common so that Laria and Jamal and June can hear her. And she says, they're calling for the commander. He's probably got more dudes in there. So we need to get out of here before this shit turns like south. And she's going to use two of her actions to try to pick this padlock. All right, so put up Torque's sheet again. She has to make thievery checks for this. So thievery check number 1, that is a pass. Thievery check number 2, that is a pass. So she pops open the lock that's holding the stock, and she removes the stock from Sirhan. Okay, so I am going to then come in here and take the net icon off of him. He is still pummeled, so he still has that icon on him, but he is now no longer being held. So she just frees him from the stock. So that's what she. All right, back to the hob. The hobgob. This is probably your last round of life, sir. This time, however, though, he is going to take the action to raise his shield, but then use his other action to like try and hack at Shadow Wisdom and a Gang. So Shadow Wisdom and a Gang. Motherfucker. It's gonna be a no.
I just point and laugh at him.
Well, he again goes for like the stab and like just goes touch any of your bits or whatever thing, and you're like, ha ha. And then he switches up his grip and does a side swipe, which does hit you.
Oh shit.
Okay. So yeah, he does manage to get you with probably his last action of this mortal life. And so he hits you for, come on, there we go. Let's see, that's going to be 5 slashing damage from this longsword.
13 hit points.
You're still good. And that's a lot more than he's got. It's a lot more than he's got. Let's see here. There's more shouting from the inside. Multiple voices coming from in there. June is, I'm going to say that June takes a sneaky step over and like peeks in the open doorway to see what she can see. So let me open up June's sheet and we'll have June make a perception check. Let's see here. She is pretty dang good at these. Perception. All right, so yeah, so June peeks in. I'm going to say that quietly calls over to like Torque, and Torque will rally this information to Laria and Jamal that June sees 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes inside of the building. So that does not count the one guy who's up here. So there's at least 5. But June says that there are 4 dudes in there. Jay, have you returned?
No.
He has not. Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, Jesus.
Jay back.
Were you
All right.
sleeping that whole time?
I don't even fucking know, but I'm here.
All right. Well,
I guess
Well,
you might want to
okay.
relay everything back to him.
all right. So
No, I heard him. I heard him.
okay. So then, Jamal, you got 3
Yeah.
actions. What you want to be doing?
What was the thing? What was the thing? Of like delaying just to get back with on a higher number.
It to delay means that you take yourself out of the initiative, and so you don't do anything at all this turn. But then when we start next turn, you tell me where you want to be, and that's where you to. So
Okay,
like
I wanna do that.
basically, so like say you wanted to like go immediately. Laria makes her move, then that's where you move to in the initiative. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Laria going to be the one who triggers Jamal to begin his actions?
It could be Laria, it could
Yes.
be Torque.
Okay. So
And
all right. So we'll base it off of Laria then. So that means here in just a moment it will be your turn again. All right. So that dude's dead. Don't need to worry about him. Back to Callie.
I'm gonna fire the cannon again.
Yes. Destroy this man.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, he still takes the 1 splash damage, and so does Shadow Wizard Money.
All right, I'll preemptively become
gonna-
12.
I'm gonna reload again and fire it again.
All right. Give me attack number 2 with the cannon. That hits. All right. So then he takes. All right. So you're just laying down cover fire, which is kicking up all kinds of like dirt and bits and pieces of these other dudes, all up into like Shadow Wizard Renegang's like face. So as you're like blasting in there, uh, you see that like moment between all of the smoke and dust clearing where you've got like bead on this motherfucker's head, and you pull the trigger. So you finally put this man to the ground. Took a whole ass cannon to do it, but this man did.
And I can only fire the cannon one more time.
I turned around to give Callie a thumbs up and said, "Atta girl."
That's my daddy. All right. So
Obviously gonna have Mr. Service raise shield.
okay, Mr. Shrivos again raises shield. All right, Laria. What you be doing?
all right. So, Jay, you still there?
Yes.
What was it that June said? There's at least 4 guys in there.
Yeah, June said that there are at least 4 dudes. She can see 4 dudes on the ground floor.
Yeah, she said so. June said there's 4 dudes, and Torque said we should leave soon. So, how do you want to get out of here?
Presumably out the front door.
Yeah, the most direct route for either of you to take from here would be like right out the front gate. Which, for reference, the front gate is only like 50 feet away, so that's literally 2 movements for you to get down there. So that would be 2 actions, and then you go in another action. But I'll go ahead and let you know what I'm about to do to add a bunch of new dudes to the initiative, or well, at least one dude to the initiative. So think about what you want to do here.
Mhm.
All right, Commander Black Tier.
I mean,
Your
leave these guys
initiative.
alive.
Well, I mean, theoretically speaking, you're about to leave Sirhan, and he would be alive and be able to tell you what's up with these dudes. So the combatants on here, you don't actually have to take anybody alive if you don't want to. All right, so this guy. Okay. All right, so he's got that for his initiative. Okay, that takes care of him.
And then, what is that? That's 35. And then that's another. And it would be right here.
Hmm.
So I guess I'll go here.
Okay.
And I
So
think that's all my actions.
all right. So Larry just run. Okay.
I think Jamal
So
is activates
so
his initiative,
J-
right?
yeah. So Jamal,
Mm,
let me reassign everybody here on the board.
mm,
Okay. So Jamal,
mm.
Larry is booking it out the fort. You know that there are dudes inside. You know there's a dude that has height advantage over you. Torque has unlocked Sirhan, so as soon as it's her turn, they can leave. So what are you doing?
I was like, okay. Hmm. Um, I was like, it could be. But I would probably say probably do the same thing as Larry and
Okay, and just move.
just move out. Um,
Okay, so that'll put you right over here.
yes,
Okay, all right. So that would also mean that Jamal would be able to see the through the door and into the ground floor here. So let me attempt something. I'm going to go down here to the map layer. We're going to click on the map, and then we're going to get rid of it, and hopefully the correct map is there under. Nope.
Beds.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the correct map. Okay, so here on the ground floor, since there are multiple players who can now see that, let's see here. You can see. Move him back onto token layer. You can see that guy. You can also see this guy. Move him to token layer. You can see this guy. Move him to token layer. And you can see a special looking dude in the back. Move him to the token layer.
Oh, geez.
So
Mhm.
there is a hulking orc guy, and like all of these orcs are pretty big, pretty beefy, but like this guy, he's been eating Wheaties that have themselves and he's wearing like this big complicated like angry looking helmet with a whole bunch of like antlers coming off of it and all that sort of stuff. And he has on him a really big like mallet in his hands. But he is like looking at the other guy, so he's not currently looking at you, but you can, and he's like barking orders uh, in Orcish. So those guys are there, and you can see that. But before anything else can happen with that, Shadow Wizard Money Gang, the guy you were fighting, is now paced on the floor. What would you like to do? You can see Laria. You just saw Laria like tear out.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear Orcish shouting coming from inside. You don't know where June is. You don't know where Torque is. But you wouldn't be able to see Jamal. Three members of the party are currently missing.
I think what I'll do is that I will try to see what is going on. I think what is my movement that I can do per turn or per action? 25.
25. Mm-hmm.
So
you can get over there to like, yeah, the palace in like two
moves, yeah.
Two actions will get you there. A third one would get you all the way over here to the gate where you see all these dudes.
Yeah, I think I'll just stand right beside like where Larry is, try to see what
Okay.
the hell's going on.
All right.
So 50. So this is like past 50. So it's like right here.
Yeah, so you
So-
would be using your third action to get far enough to be able to look around,
Yeah.
and you would be able to see those guys.
Oh shit.
So,
Lord.
yeah. Okay. The guy who is on the roof, this one up here, he is going to use his action because there's nothing for him to throw conveniently down at you guys. He's going to use his action to move back into the building. So I'm going to move him back to the GM layer as he re-enters the building. These two dudes who are on the inside, though, they draw weapons, and they turn around and rush out the door. So these guys, they've got they've got like big honking like curved daggers, kind of like Jamal's big honking dagger. Let's see. So this guy, 5,
I thought you were
10,
going to say they've been to the Cloud District.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Puts him right there.
Oh, hey, how's it
Yep.
going?
The other guy.
Oh no.
So one of the first guy that comes up, he's going AC 20. That's not going to be good enough.
Good.
Other guy is coming up on Jamal. What is Jamal's AC?
20.
Also 20. Okay.
I would wait and let me before I to be talking out of my ass, chick.
Is that June? Yes, it is.
Hello.
It's
Hi.
June.
I am so very
Hello.
sorry. I am so very sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine. You are absolutely fine.
They told me it would be a 1 hour appointment. It ended up being 3 hours, and I got real pissed off.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you join us, June, the one thing that your character has done was to stealth up to the door to like peek in after the hobgoblin had run inside to see what was going on.
Okay.
There were 4 figures in the room. There was the hobgoblin. There were 2 other orcs who just now ran out and took swipes at Shadow Wizard Gang and Jamal. And there is a very, very beefy individual with a big angry helmet that has multiple racks of antlers coming off of it.
Okay.
And a really, really big like mallet in his hands. Who has barked orders at them. All of this has been in Orcish. But Torque otherwise managed to make it over here to Sirhan, and she just jimmied the padlock on the stocks. So she's currently pulling the stocks off of him. So when it gets around to her turn, they'll be able to move. But otherwise, June, none of the bad guys have noticed June. The 2 guys who just came running out didn't pay any attention to you. They totally missed their perception checks to see June. So
Nice.
June is still effectively hidden.
Gotcha. All
Okay,
right.
so Jamal, AC of 20?
Yeah, AC is 20.
Okay, AC of 20. So the other guy also uses his third action to take a swipe. And he's actually even worse than the guy who took a swipe at Shadow Wizard Gang. Okay, so they come out. They make wild swings at you. These blades are, Jamal, you're intimately familiar with these things because you've had to dodge a lot of them in the war. So you know that they are sharp and they are angry, and sometimes they also carry extra infections with them. So you know, something to be concerned about. But now, finally, Commander Blacktear lets out a bellow that everybody on the map can hear. And he tromps forward. Let's see here. Commander Blacktear. Your movement rate is the same as everybody else, I do believe. Yep. Okay. All right. So first action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets him out the door. Does he notice June? June's stealth DC is, I believe, a 19, correct?
Yes.
All right. So stealth DC for him to notice June. All right. He has a +8 to this. But he's currently kind of focused a 9.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah. So he's going to keep walking.
Mhm.
Well, actually, let me check and see if he notices Torque. Right. Ooh, okay. He notices Torque.
Oh no.
Okay. So yeah, he's yelling something. He's like literally like 10 feet away from June. But
Mhm.
he steps out. He's yelling at the other dudes something in Orcish, and then like he just catches like a noise to the side, looks over,
Mhm.
and he sees Torque. At which point, he says words that you guys have heard a couple of times before now that Torque has explained are very hurtful
Yeah.
phrases in Orcish. But he says that, and he uh, he turns, or he like leans and he slams his fist onto the wall like 3 times. And he yells like he's yelling to somebody that has not otherwise been visible. But he does also like point a finger at the hobgoblin, and then he like points a finger back over at Torque, and then he keeps walking. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets him over to here.
Okay.
So yeah, he just basically commands the remainder of kill Torque and then just casually walks forward. Speaking of which, it's Habo Gabo time. All
Mhm.
right, so Habo Gabo is going to honor that command. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets him right here next to Torque. Let's see if he notices June on the way by. He does not.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. Every time it's come up,
That's really
nobody has been
stealthy.
able to fucking 7. All right, so he's going to come up. He's going to use his long sword. He does the same little trick that the other guy did on Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and he switches up his grip because long swords
Mhm.
are versatile. And he
Oh.
tries to just stab Torque like straight through the chest. All right, so Torque, you have an AC of where is your AC? AC 17. Okay, AC 17 versus this guy's attack. Let's see here. That is going to be a miss. Second attack. That's going to be a hit.
Oh.
Okay.
Even
So
with the second attack?
yeah, he hits with the second attack. Yeah, he rolled a 19. So he hits with the second attack. And let me go ahead and roll for the third. That's also a miss. So he only hits her once. Okay, so he does 5 stabbing damage to Torque. So let me note that on her sheet. No, not his hit points, her hit points. Okay. Torque has, just so everyone's aware, Torque has a base number of hit points of 32, and she has just now taken 5.
Okay.
All right. So there we go. Okay. All right. So that's him doing that damage, and now it is immediately. So Torque getting stabbed, not her favorite thing. So she yells. She yells in pain, but she is going to. Let's see here. She got anything big that she can hit this Chalonka with?
Chonka chonka.
Burning love.
You know what? Since she has the like the lock in her hands, the padlock that just came off of the stock. She does a little trick and she turns it into like needles and shoots it into this dude's face.
Oh. Well, that's certainly one trick.
All right, so wham.
Damn.
Damn.
Wham
That,
bam.
yeah, wham bam, that does hit. Okay, so 9 piercing damage right back at him. He stabs her, she stabs him in the face. Right back at you, dude. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to say that Torque is aware of these guys' fighting style, so she is not going to try to run away. Just so that everyone is aware, the hobgoblins, most of them do have the attack of opportunity special ability, so they get a free swing on you if you try to like get away from you. I'm going to say that Torque knows this from experience and is not going to try to just immediately dodge out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, so that guy's dead, which means we now come back around to Miss June Julie.
Okay.
No one is currently looking at you. The inside of the building is currently empty. There was a dude who was on the roof briefly. He had a gun. It misfired, and then he went back down the ladder. So he's somewhere on the second floor.
Hmm.
You would know that over here in this back corner are stairs that lead up, and also just right around the corner from you, there is also stairs that lead up. So, and you can hear footsteps. You definitely can hear footsteps.
Quick question. Is my code pistol loaded?
Yes.
Or like what do I have like in my hands at the moment? If
From the last time around, you had used Ladyfingers. I do not also remember if you had reloaded in, so I just simply counted ones before you had shown up in the call.
Okay.
Of having reloaded Ladyfingers. So you currently have Ladyfingers in your hands. It is loaded.
Okay. I am going to shoot this guy.
All right.
me
He
go ahead
currently
and-
does not have his shield raised, so his AC is lower.
Okay. And it is it, I forget how sneak attack or what does it work again? Like if they don't notice you? It's like they're
If they don't notice you, then you would get your regular weapon attack,
Mhm.
and then you also get the additional precision damage that you get from sneak attack. I believe that is how that works.
Okay.
Let me get the specific wording though. So you go ahead and roll out while I grab the specific words. Okay, let's see here. Rogue, where you at? Rogue, here we go. Rogue details. Let's see here. Sneak attack.
Mhm.
All right. When your enemy cannot properly defend itself, you take advantage and deal extra damage. If you strike a creature that has the flat-footed condition,
Mhm.
with a weapon that has an agile or finesse, or if it's a melee weapon, if it's agile or finesse, or a ranged attack, period,
Mhm.
then you deal an extra d6 precision damage. So this guy is currently flat-footed versus June because he has no idea that June's there.
Mhm.
So not only does he not have his shield bonus, but he also has a lower AC because of the fact that he's flat-footed.
Okay. Well, I 1 damage, so I guess that if it's
Okay, so that's that. Well, the 19's going to hit.
Mhm.
So that hits. He takes the 1 base damage from the gun, and then June needs to roll an additional d6 for the additional sneak attack damage. Okay.
Damn.
Well, it's still damage. It's still damage.
Yeah, it's still damage. But yeah, patwang up against his helmet. That's a single action.
Mhm. Yeah, I try to be cool and I aim for his head too, but it just grazed the side of his helmet. Still hurt. All right, let me go ahead and take off one of the ammunition from thing. And if I fire again, will it still be like considered like flat-footed or like a surprise attack?
He is flat-footed versus June until his turn.
Okay. So then I will reload and shoot again. While I'm still here, I guess I'll remove that extra bullet.
Okay.
So I have 10 ammunition for that.
All right. So give me
And-
the attack with the number 2 there.
Yes, with the number 2. That's right. Number 2. Oh, wow.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there
All
you
right.
go. There it is.
And that does mean that with other negatives that he's got, that is a critical.
Okay.
So that means he takes the 17 damage.
And the D6?
And so yeah, and
He's
another
still
D6. So
alive.
also give me. So
Oh
give me
my
another-
god.
Double crit.
Damn.
Yeah, not alive. So June, you shoot once, you like hit his helmet, it bounces off like one of the reinforced plates in it, knocks it a bit askew. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" Looks
Yeah,
over, and then
he
you just like
turns
right
around.
into his.
Yeah,
Got the perfect aim that time.
there we go.
Okay, let's see. If
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's literally just this gif.
Oh boy, let me see.
yeah, it's just gone. Yeah.
Gone.
Ballistics gel dummy getting absolutely destroyed is never not funny.
All right. Well, that's one less enemy to worry about, and Torque is
Dead as
safe and
hell.
sound. More importantly, Torque is safe and sound. Though I think that's going to alert everybody to my presence, though.
Yeah, that is the
But
unfortunate.
he is dead though.
Mm-hmm.
But he is quite dead. Quite dead.
I got more to deal with.
Okay. So, yeah. So, bang bang. So this brings us back over here to fish sticks. Everybody,
Fish stick.
Mr.
Everybody's
Servos and
happy.
Calais are currently not threatened by anybody. That combat has itself around the around things. So, do you want to move around, or do you want to have Mr. Servos mount the wall?
Do I want to mount the wall?
Just have him like spider climb up and over the wall.
How many actions would that take for him to mount the wall?
Well, it would take Mr. Servos. It would take Mr. Servos an action to mount, so you'd have to give him one of your actions for him to move over and mount the wall.
Okay. That's in range. I'll have Mr. Servos move over and then mount this area here.
Okay. So then Mr. Servos moves up and over here. Let me grab. Let me move this dead guy out of the way. Okay. So then Mr.
For my very
Mr.
heightened
Servos
position,
moves here.
Would I be able to see all of
You could
here?
clear you'd be able to clearly see this guy.
All right. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use one of my actions to reload the cannon, and then I'm gonna fire this guy.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll okay, so to be clear, this guy, no cover. These guys, the other two guys, they have cover versus where you're at.
Oh, this
you
guy's
can
not
see
in
them. You
cover?
don't. You can. Yeah, that guy is not in cover though.
Oh, but then I would do scattered damage to literally like everyone.
Yeah, you would scatter damage literally everybody in the party.
Choices.
Somehow I'm not surprised. Like,
It's a Cali thing to do. It's like
I
Mm,
mean, I don't know if I
Well,
would want to do it though.
Mhm.
I only got one shot with the cannon left.
you might want to save that for something more opportune.
Well then I'll um I'll reload the cannon and then can I set as a like a reaction if I see like a good opportunity to fire?
Yes.
Uh,
Do you want to set? Do you want to set positioning to where?
set positioning to where?
Do you want to set the condition for your reaction to be a situation where you do the least amount of splash damage to the
Yes.
party?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
presumably yes.
All right then.
Presumably.
Yeah, I got nothing else. It's like I got one more shot with the cannon and then no ammunition for the bomb launcher.
Okay. So, Mr. Servos mounts up the wall, gets into position. Callie's looking down the sights of the gunner seat through. Shit, everybody's all clustered together. Okay, so Laria. Two big guys just ran up, and then one even bigger guy is now like sauntering over to like bring the hurt and the wallop.
I might use one of my focus spells.
This
Mhm.
would honestly be a good time for it.
Yeah.
I believe your focus
Mm.
15-foot cone. Is that correct?
Oh, can you repeat that?
I believe that your spell is a 15-foot cone. Is that correct?
I think so.
Okay, so if it's
I
a
do.
so
I
if
do
it's a
have this one. It's just
yeah, you're
kind of like.
dancing you're dancing.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you do your dancing lights, it is let's see. Well, no, dancing lights is just you causing lights to like float around and light things up, which can dazzle creatures.
Mhm.
But your other spell is like a damaging spell though that has a 15-foot cone. This is though just wherever you
But
want within 120 feet. So if you wanted to
which
like,
one's the cone? Is it the spread of stars?
yeah,
Mhm.
should be the spray of stars.
The glitter bomb.
Yeah.
The glitter
Just,
bomb.
This
just
one.
click. Yeah, let's click on that one real quick. Okay,
Mhm.
spray of stars, 15. Yeah, it is a 15-foot cone. Okay, so since it's a 15-foot cone, can you see the cone that I'm putting on the map here?
Yes.
Okay, so like if you were, let me snap to corner. Okay, so like let's say you're standing here next to Shadow Wizard Renegade. You could throw out this 15-foot cone and hit all three of these guys in one spell.
Oh.
Oh damn.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking pretty good.
Man, that roller tool is really useful. I'm glad
So
they
like
add
right
that.
here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly like
Yeah.
there.
Mm,
Yeah, if you move there and just like
Mhm.
point blank that first guy, it's going to wash over and all the command back. Yeah,
I
the upgraded cone
Fuck.
measuring tool
Mm.
has been like a lifesaver, straight up. So then if you will the spray of stars for real this time
Mm.
to give us damage stuff. Now this does activate Laria's curse.
Yeah. I'm
Oh.
aware of
So
that.
yep.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
you about to
I don't-
vote.
It shouldn't have
The
any
risk calculation.
it shouldn't have any immediate problems,
Mhm.
but sure.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
if you would, Zany, if you would click on spray of stars again, so we can
Right.
there we go.
Okay, there we
Okay.
go.
There you
All
go.
right.
Nice.
So basic saving throw, DC 17. Let's see here. If they succeed, they take half of that damage and become dazzled for 1 round. If they fail, they take the full damage and are dazzled. And if they crit fail, they take double damage and are dazzled for 3 rounds. All right.
Taste the rainbow.
So let's come up over here. So let me first of all, I want to bring up the dazzled conditions so that I can eyeball this. Let's see here. All right. So yeah, if you dazzle these guys, then it means that you and all of the other party members and whatnot are considered concealed from them.
Oh.
Which means that they know that you're there, but they can't see you clearly and can easily just lose you. Okay, so since this is a big spell, whatnot, I'm going to roll all of these publicly on roll 20. We're gonna let the RGN of roll 20 decide this. Okay, so for the first 2 guys, they have a reflex save +7. So here is their reflex save. So for guy number 1, /roll 1d20 +7.
Okay,
that is a failure. So he takes full damage. Let me apply that to him. He takes the full damage 4, and he is dazzled for a round. Okay. Then we're going to do that for the second guy. That's going to be a success, which means he takes half damage and is also dazzled for the next round. So he takes 2. And then we come to the big guy, Commander Blacktear. He has the big guy has a what's his? He has a +9. Okay, so his is a +9. Roll 1d20 +9. So for him, that is a pass, but it's not a critical success or anything. So he also takes 2 and is dazzled for a round. Laria, as you pull out your big, spells that are provided to you by the cosmos at large.
Yeah.
The spray of lights that comes out from you forms into several very familiar constellations that you can easily see on a clear night up above you. Representations of the celestial caravan, as it is generally called. And it washes over these guys, and as it Commander Blacktear, one of the constellations veers around him, like it literally dodges around him in a way that it otherwise should not with a regular person. So I would like you to make me a society check, please.
Society.
Oh, okay.
We live in a society.
Yeah, but is this
Oh
gonna
no. Oh.
Okay, so something weird happened with the magic cast.
I rolled
He's
a
dazzled
1 on
too.
that.
Yeah, you roll a 1. Okay. So, Laria, you do all of that. It's all very cool and everything. You use an action to move. So, that's it for you. Jamal. There was a big flash of cosmic light show going on. But you got an orc dude here who's currently kind of blind.
Oh, hey, more. It was like, who's behind? Um, shit. Okay. Oh, I'm as a professor. Can I do something on it? I won't say unethically, but just stupid. Just
Can I rip
Sure.
Neva?
There are no.
I always love stupid choices.
There are no wrong
what-
answers.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I would like Jamal to put out his to pull out well, a dragon dragon pistol
Okay.
pistol, but but there's kind of like a 2-move thing where he shoots it while doing super jump, and I want him to shoot the dude in front of him, but super jump his way up the wall with the kickback of the guy.
Oh,
You know what? I'm going to say that that does give you a boost. So if you will give me an attack roll, that dude directly in front of
He's gonna do a force of nature jump.
He's small enough to just.
he's pulling a TF2 engineer move. Or no, not engineer, soldier. He's pulling a TF2 soldier move.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. So
Okay,
give me dragon pistol.
Oh my god, it is. Roll 20. Jesus Christ.
it
Roll
really do
20
good
just
like
does
that.
not. Roll 20 just does not like playing with you, Jay.
Hmm.
Public.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So 22 definitely hits. Now this has got a scatter of 5, which means it hits everybody within 5 feet of the target.
Nice.
So that does also hit the other dude. So we're going to count that he takes the 3 points of damage from the blast, as well as the 1 point of damage from the scatter. So that's 4 to him. The other guy takes just the 1 from the scatter. So that's bam to him. Okay, so you aim this at his feet, and you just like shotgun him in the friggin' ankles and use the blast to knock yourself up, grab the wall, and try to pull yourself higher. So I'm going to need you then, Jamal, to make a athletics check so that you can complete the move and mount up the wall.
Yes.
Now we
Public roll.
Oh, there we go.
yes, all right,
Yeah.
that does
There
it.
we go.
Good on
D-
you. All
Giving
right,
gravity,
so
giving gravity the finger.
yeah. All right, so
Jamal pretty much said, "Fuck this."
yeah, Jamal's like, screw you, and like rocket jumps his way up the damn wall, which places him on top. So, Jamal, you are now 15 feet above these guys. You have relative cover to them. They have relative cover to you. So that is currently in effect. All right.
Alright.
So Jamal uses gun. Gets up, mounts the wall. Okay. Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
They're blind and they're blind, right? Or
Mhm.
blinded.
They are currently dazzled.
Suplex.
Suplex
I
time.
could
All
blind
right.
him.
Like, oh god.
Muscle Wizard Man. All right, Muscle Wizard Man. Are you
What's up?
grabbing the guy directly in front of you?
Yes, sir.
All right, then I'm going to need you to make an athletics check. So excuse me, not an athletics check. Make an
Oh.
attack roll. Make a melee attack roll. So use your
My
scythe.
sickle.
Yeah. You're aiming for a 14 or better.
Oh, never mind.
Oof.
Yeah. All right. So you try to grab a hold of him, which isn't hard in and of itself, but like he's a chunky boy. But that's one action. You want to try again?
Well, I mean, I would say, am I currently holding on to him, but I'm not able to lift him up?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you've got a firm grip. Yeah.
Electric arc.
Okay. Also works.
Damn.
You're just like, hey. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna roll the saving throw because that minimum damage killed this man.
Oh.
Hey, shit ass. All right.
Buffs into
Down
motion,
he
experience.
freaking go. Okay, so the remaining guy, he's dazzled. Jamal is gone, and he doesn't know where Jamal went. So he takes a step, just swinging his sword wildly as he's looking around for Jamal. So he's going to take a blind swing at Muscle Wizard. All right, so Muscle Wizard versus that AC of 20. Haha, no. Um, so yeah, he's so blind he doesn't actually even get to attack roll versus you because when he's dazzled, to do anything, he has to make a flat check DC 5, and if he passes that, then he actually gets to try the thing that he wants to do. If he fails that, he doesn't even get to try. So yeah, he takes a wild swing, but he is so blind that like it doesn't come anywhere threatening. However, now we come up on the big man.
Big man.
He's
The
dazzled
big,
too, isn't he?
he is dazzled. He is dazzled. So he is going to okay. He's going to put his he puts one of his like he lets go of his big mallet in one hand. So he's still holding it, but he lets go of it in his other hand. And he starts rubbing his eyes and he says in common, "I'm going to eat that mushroom fried." And I'm going to need everybody who 20 feet of him to make a will save, DC 20.
Fuck me.
Uh-oh. Even I'm freaked out, I guess. Let's see. We'll save.
Would Jay have to do a? Would Jamal have
Oh,
to do
boy.
a will save?
Laria,
Nope.
I am unfucking phased by you, sir.
She's like, I fear no god. You're,
Wait,
you're way
yeah,
out of it, but
do
like,
Jamal?
but Jamal would need to.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Wait, hold
Jamal would need
on.
to make one.
Oh no,
Torque also
I
needs to make one.
want to be able to use demoralize, wouldn't I? To counteract it.
Ooh. Actually,
Wait.
mentioning that, okay, so I still need Jamal to make a saving throw, but Torque specifically can counter this as a reaction.
Oh,
Yeah, she can counter this. So because this is whenever you ally with 60 rolls a saving throw against an auditory effect, which this is an auditory effect.
Nice.
So that means that Torque can make a performance check and substitute her performance check for your saving throw. Okay, so everybody who failed that save, that's Shadow Wizard Money Gang and Jamal. Okay, so Torque makes a performance check by, basically like shouting back of like, "You're fucking stinky. Your pants are down." Okay, so for
The only thing you'll need is my ass, or something like that.
yeah, so Jamal, instead of that 8, you make a 26.
Let's go.
And instead of that 13, unless that 13's better, Shadow Wizard Money Gang still makes a 13 because it's better. Okay, but so that means only Shadow Wizard. Okay, so then Shadow Wizard Money
Shameless.
Giggles. Actually, one last thing I gotta do is I have to make Torque roll one for herself. Come here, Torque. So you do your DC 20. Bam. Okay, yeah. Okay,
There we go.
So Torque is also not affected this, but Shadow Wizard Money Gang, unfortunately, is. So Shadow Wizard Money Gang is affected by this guy's frightening rant thing, and you become frightened 1.
Frightened.
And in addition to the normal effects that frightened gives you, in addition, you also take a -2 status penalty to strength-based damage rolls.
Uh-oh.
Although that's only versus him, not anybody else, just him.
Oh, I see.
Awesome. Okay.
So he uses that, which is an action for him to do. And then he's gonna try to just bat down Shadow Wizard Money Gang. So he's like, let me show you how it's fucking done. And so he runs over here. He makes himself flat-footed because he's using a special attack here. He has to make the check because he's dazzled to see whether or not like he even gets to do it. Okay, so Shadow Wizard Money Gang. You see this guy like he's rubbing his eyes. He says he's gonna eat, Laria roasted over a fire and whatnot. Laria's like, I have no fucks to give, sir. And then he runs forwards and like smashes his mallet into the wall, takes a whole ass chunk the size of Shadow Wizard Money Gang out of that damn wall. But he does not hit Shadow Wizard Money Gang. So
Oh boy,
bam. But yeah, he hits that enough that Callie can feel the reverberations through the wall. Yeah, because he has that ability. So that's it for him. Other guy is dead, which means we come back around to Torque. Torque used her reaction. She uses an action to throw off the stocks from Sirhan, and she is she's basically taking him on to help him move. So Torque and Sirhan, let me move the no, I don't want the fire to go.
Actually, yes, let's have the fire spread.
Oh no, the fire is following us. It's a fire elemental.
Oh god.
That would be legitimately cruel of me to do that. But okay, so yeah, she's just helping him move. And let me just get this slightly out of the way so that it's not going to get caught in the things when I click. Okay, so that's what Torque does. June.
All right, I am going to
because these guys are dazzled. That means they're flat-footed to you, which means you get your precision damage on any attacks versus these guys.
All right, I'm going to ask Torque if she's all right.
Torque says that she'll be all right, but she'll be even more all right once we get the hell out of here.
All right. Am I was I hiding behind this, thing, or am I in it?
Well, it is a brazier, but yeah, you're actually kind of like you're actually more legally here. I just had moved you here so that you could like peek this.
No problem.
But yeah, so you were just kind of like ducked down behind it, and when they had walked out, nobody noticed you. The one guy who did finally notice you immediately died. And the other guys who could have seen you are currently blinded. So
yeah. So I'm going to move. Did I not? There we go. It's 25 feet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Get up behind here. Pull out or at least get to my dominant hand, the silver rapier, and I am going to try to shank him in the back.
Okay. Go for Le Shank.
Okay, 19.
All right. That is enough to hit this man.
Gosh.
All right. So he takes the initial 4 damage. Precision.
Oh. Okay.
Oh damn.
So he takes that damage. Okay.
Yeah, just
so
the tip just pokes out the other side. Not insanely deep, but it gets a good puncture.
Yeah, you get a good solid puncture on this guy, and I'm to make a society check.
Ooh, okay. Me or
yes, I need June to make a reflect.
Okay, I just heard society check. I didn't hear the rest of it. Okay, a 6.
Damn.
Boop. Yeah, well, guess it was nothing. Callie.
I'm gonna have Mr. Shervos move up. Up to here.
up to there. Okay. All right. Mr. Servos can get up to here. So that now you have so now you can clearly see no cover bonus. You're well above.
All right. I won't do scatter because I'll hit everyone. I don't have literally anything.
You've got a flintlock.
Yeah. I'll use the flintlock.
Okay.
All right.
Who are you attacking? The regular orc or the commander?
The big Mamba Jamba.
Okay. Attack this Mamba
Jamba.
Jamba.
All right. Hold on. I gotta find it on my weaponry.
This Mamba Jamba. Bam.
Ooh.
That hits.
All right.
All right. So that's 3 damage. Okay.
You are not taking no first.
No.
All right. So all right. So Mr. Servos made his. Callie's used 1 action. What about other 2 actions for Callie?
I mean, I might just reload the gun and shoot. Let me see. Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
I'll just reload. Reload the flintlock and shoot it again.
Okay. All right. Reload and shoot. So give me another attack for the flintlock with that number 2.
That's alchemist fire. Is it? What is it? Well,
That's a weird that spit out weird.
Weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So that's.
Might have to double check number 2.
Yeah, I might have to check that one. Okay. So fire, hit, reload, fire, miss. Okay. Now that Callie is here and Callie society check.
Oh, alrighty then. Hold on, I gotta get rid of the firearm ammunition.
Kid doesn't know something.
A little kid is gonna know more than the fully grown adult.
It would be poetic if Callie's one actually notices this. Nope.
Oh my god, dude! I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, it's still a 10.
Absolutely
Oh
bullshit,
god,
bro.
that is hilarious.
The sad thing is that
that.
The sad thing is that's still higher than the rest of us did on our society checks.
I know, it's because my modifier is higher. But fuck, I rolled a 1. I was like, in my head, I was like, as long as I don't roll a 1, you know, I probably will get it. And then I fucking rolled a 1, of course.
Okay. Well, that rolls us back around. Laria, there are still 2 guys going on. You are feeling the effects of your Oracle curse start to kick in.
I put it in already.
Okay.
It's enfeebles 1.
Yep.
Yeah. I am, because I think my musket's already reloaded. So
Yes. Yeah, your musket has been reloaded.
I'm just going to attack this guy with it.
All right. So just using the corpse of the other dude, put the barrel on him, aim at him.
The big guy, right?
Yeah, the big guy.
Mhm.
All right. Give me an attack roll versus big man.
Oh shit!
That
Okay.
hits.
Damn.
Boom.
Nice.
That's another 3 damage. Watch your tone.
Watch your home.
So yeah, so you load up the gun, point it, pull the trigger, hit this guy, spill more blood as he's just like taking all of the eyes are as now that it is your turn, the dazzle effect on them is ending. But again, as you have done damage, would you go ahead and make that society check again? Someone eventually will pass this.
Somebody eventually discovered it.
But it's not today.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man, like it's not like a super high DC or anything. Larry keeps going.
We're just
Okay, so
rolling
that's
terrible.
that's 1 action. That's 1 action for the shooting though. That leaves Laria with 2 actions. What would Laria like to do?
Am I able to cast shield again? Because I think you said it was like a 10-minute
Yes.
cooldown.
Well, you can cast shield again because you the shield block effect, so you can just keep casting it.
Oh, does it add on?
It lasts for 1 round. So for the
Okay.
next round, your AC is better by 1, and if you do catch an attack, you can use the shield block to reduce the amount of damage by 5.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, that's all my options.
All right. So shoot guy, raise force field. Jamal, you have height advantage currently on the 2 dudes below you.
Jay.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
Can I switch out the dragon for like the flintlock?
Yes.
Hmm?
You can just reholster the flintlock or you can reholster the dragon pistol, pull out the flintlock. That's just an interact action for you to like switch guns, and then you can fire the flintlock because the flintlock's already loaded.
Nice.
Well, I would like to fire the flintlock and just honestly, I would like to shoot and get Jamal up on Mr. Soros.
Okay. All right. Then give me a cow at one of these dudes. Which dude are you aiming at?
I'm like I'm like the dude who want to eat cat who eat Larry.
Mhm.
All right.
Big Mama Jamba.
Shoot the big man.
The biggest man. Oh, come on. Oh,
And now the wait begins.
my God. Shut up, John.
It's really funny that like for whatever particular reason, Roll20 wants to like wait like 3 or 4 heartbeats for anything that Jamal clicks on.
Public roll, yes.
There we go. Hey, that's
Bam.
good.
And that hits. All right.
Society
Boom.
check.
Yep.
See if he rolls
Yep.
any higher.
Society check for Jamal.
Public roll, yes.
There we go. All right.
Okay. So Jamal,
Yeah.
when you got here to the camp, you were smelling like the chemicals for fixing up their explosives and their weaponry and all that sort of stuff. A lot of like just sweaty dudes in a place, that kind of like thing. But there's been this tiny little kernel of something underneath it that's not right. And as this main dude keeps taking more and more damage, that scent has just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger. And you're finally able to put your paw on what it is. This dude does not smell like an orc. He looks like an orc, but he does not smell like an orc. He smells like a back when you were in the war and you were down in the like south area that's part of the like gnome country basically. When you were there, you had a couple of run-ins with fey creatures. And fey creatures have a specific sort of scent that comes from the first world. And this guy is reeking fey creature smell.
Oh.
Oh, that's bad, isn't it?
It is yes, usually bad. Whenever fey creatures show up, you could have anything from a like say little fairy that like buzzes around and is just kind of annoying or whatever, to creatures like Kodlaka like cause entire forces just like get up and beat the shit out of you. Um, so they're quite dangerous when they want to be, and this guy has already proved that he's got like some special abilities here. Not to mention he's just taking all of this punishment like an absolute champ.
I would probably say.
But the other thing that I want to tell you, Jay, is that because you know that this guy is not a regular humanoid, he's not a regular orc, he is a fey creature of some sort. You know that fey creatures specifically have a weakness to cold iron, which is the
Got
thing
cold
that, which is
iron.
the which is the thing that Mr. Servos's shield is made of.
Which is probably the good thing. Watch Jamal run up on.
Yes. So you switch guns, you shoot this guy, you finally get your like nose right on of like, wait a minute, this is a fey dude. You run up onto Mr. Servos and can relay that information to Callie that hey, this guy is weak against the metal that the robot's shield is made out of.
I'm like,
Just walk him on the head with it.
I was about to say it'd be really funny if like Mr. Servos just walked over and like fucking Mario stomped him with the shield.
I mean, you do have the explosive jump ability.
I will probably,
Yeah, I
I would say this. Jamal just had a whiff of it and realized it, and he quickly, would you like you say, quickly get on to Surfros and related to Callie. Specifically, he said is obviously bark, bark, bark. Even though he really
Bjork.
like Callie, you should know this. Callie, you should know this. Did you notice that the dude does not smell like who we think he is? Who we think he is, but I. But do you have anything called iron?
And then she just like smiles like really big. He's like, "You mean like the shield that Mr. Servos is currently holding?"
Like the big hunk of metal
Like,
that's currently in his hand.
like Jamal nods. Jamal's like, yes,
Ruff.
crush him.
Crush
All right.
him.
So, before the crushing can happen, however, Shadow is Gang, you have two guys who are no longer dazzled right here on top of you, and one of them is about to take a swing. What are you going to do?
Acid splash.
All right. I mean, that's an appropriate response.
Appropriate response.
Pocket acid.
Okay, pocket acid.
No pocket.
Okay, acid splash does have an attack roll, but it also does it does do splash damage, right? Okay, yeah. So it does the splash. So so he does not take the direct 3 damage, but everybody in the splash area takes the 1 acid damage. So who did you aim at?
I aimed at the big guy.
The big guy. Okay, so that means that
I'm also no longer frightened too because it goes down on my turn. Right.
No, let me check that real quick. No, it lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, god damn it!
Oh,
All
that's
right.
like that.
Should I re-roll it again?
No, it persists.
Oh, okay. No, I mean talking about the acid splash.
Okay. Well, for the acid splash, because fear doesn't mean that you can't attack him, because you can totally do that. So if you want to target him and do that, so he would take the 1 acid splash damage. The guy next to him would take the 1 acid splash damage, and June would take the 1 acid splash damage.
Oh shit!
It's all right.
She right up on his ass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's where the road needs to be.
Only one who's been like thinking about splash damage, and everyone else is just like, "Oh, splash damage, go!"
Okay, so let's apply splash damage to these 2 dudes.
All right, and I'll take 1 damage.
1 acid to June, yes.
All right.
All right, so that's 2 actions. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. What else do you want to do?
I am gonna do a reaction.
Use your poison scythe.
Actually, yeah, I should use my poison scythe. Yeah, you're right. And of course, I'm using on Big Man himself.
Okay.
A big man.
Well, that hits.
Oh, that is some
Okay.
good. That's some good rolls.
Yeah. So that hits. Now, because of the special ability, that 2 off of the damage from the slashing. So instead of 7, he 5 there. But if you would also roll me the poison damage, or pop the poison back in the chat there.
Yes, sir. Give me just a second.
Okay. So let's see here.
1d4.
So he has to make a fort save, DC 15.
Okay.
Since this is important, I'll go ahead and roll this here openly in chat. This man has a plus 10 to his fort save.
Oh my
So
god, dude.
slash roll 1d20 plus 10.
Oh, damn.
No, if it meets, it hits.
It meets.
It's meet to beat. So
Needed to beat. So unfortunately,
so that means that he still takes the poison damage. It's just he takes half of the poison damage. So I'll need you to roll 1d4 for the poison damage, and then next round he has to save again or take the d6. So if you'll roll me a d4, we'll half that and see how much he gets. Okay.
round up or round down?
It's round down. All right, so he takes another point of poison damage. Right.
Yeah,
real quick. Let me make sure he's not like immune to
damage.
that. Okay, all right, not immune to poison or anything. Okay, all right. So there's Shadow Wizard my gang. Okay, so the not big guy orc is going to take his last action on this mortal coil, and he's going to try to bank Shadow Wizard my gang. All right, so starting off at the top, as he just goes into death blow with his big slashy dagger. Okay, so he hits a 21 on the attack. So, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. That's going to be 5 slashing damage. Then he misses. And then he misses, and I actually have to make another check. And he drops his knife. Okay, so he's swinging at you so hard that like it literally flies out of his fucking hands, and it shoots off. Dice here. Okay, so it goes a total of 1 square in this direction. So yeah, like he's just swinging so hard, he like swings it back, and it flies behind him by a step. So now he's unarmed on top of everything else. He is unarmed, and the big guy is so he's going to take one of his actions. And he just smashes this man's skull up against the wall. You're all useless to me. But he does that. He looks at Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and he's like, "You're next." And so he then is to give Shadow Wizard Money Gang the smack. Although before I do this, real quick, what is Shadow Wizard Money Gang at hit point wise?
7.
7. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to say. Okay. So I'm going to say that. Okay, he's going to use his special ability for extra punishing strikes. He picks up his. He's got his big fuck off mallet, and he is going to make his swing at Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Now, when he does this, it's like Barbarian 5th edition, reckless attack kind of thing, and it makes him flat-footed versus everybody. So he is now flat-footed versus everybody. But it also adds a special ability to land the hit on you. So
who died?
Who died?
Who died?
June.
Oh no.
Was it June?
Oh no.
June,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
June.
Oh.
Must be internet problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
the
the stream is
yeah, I was about to say,
gone
the
too.
the stream is down
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, he said, yeah, I just got a little ping that said internet died. Okay. So, versus AC of 20. Okay. Again, because this dude is just like honking, I'm gonna roll here in the chat so that you guys can see what this dude is slanging.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yep, you're back.
Hell, dude.
Yeah,
I
Wait.
you're back just in time for the swing that this guy just introduced to
Oh no,
Shadow
what
Wizard
happened?
Monday.
insert the
He just-
Smash 64 home run bat sound effect.
Oh my god,
Wait,
that's
wait,
a
wait,
31.
Yeah, he hit a 31.
I want to say that's a crit or not.
I'm
Yes,
also
it
fighting
is.
one, so it makes my
Yeah.
AC go down from 20 to 19. That's a
Yeah,
crit.
so yeah, it is a crit. Okay, so
Oh my god.
Wait,
so
Fuck.
okay. Let me real quick here look at the special effect that he adds on to his abilities while doing it. Okay, so this adds on. Okay, so yeah, it really is that baseball sound effect. Literally. Okay. So, Shadow Wizard Money Gang, let's get to rolling damage. All right. So the actual like impact damage that you take from the mallet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What is the since I rolled the attack roll in here, let's go ahead and roll this in here as well. Okay, so okay, what is the modifier on it? Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, you're out. I can go ahead and tell you this, but like let's just see how out you are.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Now
dude.
remember that is the but let's see here. Okay, so there is the baseball like Nintendo 64 baseball home run hit sound effect noise as he quite literally baseball bats Shadow Wizard Money Gang so hard it lifts him up and over the spear wall and deposits him back over here.
Oh my god.
I'm going to put the red dot on Shadow Wizard Money Gang because he is down.
I'm no longer fighting though because I'm dead or dying.
Yes, yeah, that is true. The fright effect ends.
I was about to say, just to run it by you, but for funny shenanigans, like the moment he hits me, I was getting ready to say I want to hit him, like be like, if I come back, you're dead.
But yeah, he just baseball bats you the fuck away. And
I'm like sideways or something.
I was like, Kelly and Jamal just sees that.
and then he's he's going to like look over at like Laria, put a glance behind him to look at June. He grumbles something that is not in Orcish. It is in fact what language is it? Oh, it's a language that Callie knows, I think.
Oh.
Let's see here. Callie, do you know the language Aklo?
Yep, I do.
Okay, so this guy says in the language of evil creatures something very not good. But like Callie can hear him mutter to himself that like he's basically saying, all right, that's one down. Then the other. I can preserve this. I can keep this. No one has to know. But yeah, so he's just kind of like psyching himself up.
I'm gonna yell back at him. I know, and then I'm gonna scream, "You're dead!" in Aklo back at him.
he's going to use his last action then to like look up at Callie in like confusion and concern of like the fish lady can understand that. So yeah, he just looks up at her. Torque does not know Aklo, which is not bad, but she is going to, since she is helping Sirhan move, she is going to free up a hand and she's going to shoot this man with her own gun. So, public roll, bam, bam. All right. So since he doesn't have his thing going on, so she does damage. All right. So let me record that. He takes that damage. Then we get her hands are otherwise full though, so she can't reload and also like help Sirhan. So she's going to just continue to help him out the door. 5, 10, 15, 20, going wide around this guy. 25. Yeah, she's just going to help Sirhan get around here and basically take cover. Okay, so June. Big angry, not actually an orc guy, has at least taken a glance. He currently counts as flat-footed though, so feel free to like stab him and get all of your sneak attack damage. Unless June's died again. Has June died again?
June died again. They not on roll.
Stream died as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's just being tiddlywinks. Well, you know what? I can roll for June's stabby stab. All right. So let's see here. Stab. Okay, and he is flat-footed, which I think that's enough for him to like get the shanking.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
There's you.
Roll 20 or Discord finally catching up. Okay, so with all the current negatives to AC that the guy's got going on, that still hits. So there's that plus the additional D6 of that. So that's 7 more damage to this Cholo. All right, so that's 7 damage. That's June's primary attack. Let's fish for. That's going to be a miss. Okay, so there's that one, and then Ford. That's a shank and a miss, unfortunately. 15 is what his AC. So that's what we're currently aiming for as we roll around to Callie's.
Explosively. I'm gonna Goomba stomp him.
With shield.
With the place the shield like underneath Mr. Servos and like Goomba stomp his ass with the cold iron.
All right,
shield.
Goomba stop.
So explosive leap. That's a 1d20, right?
Yep. You're gonna need to do a. So the explosive leap is a movement, and you're just basically moving over the guy. There's not really an attack roll. But the damage that it causes, you'll need to roll that, and that damage will, in effect, act as cold iron versus this guy who has specifically a damage to that.
So 1d20.
All right, so
oh my god, that's awful. That's a fucking crit fail. Oh.
Okay, so that means that Mr. Servos
take damage, and I take damage, and Jamal takes damage. Fire damage equal to my level, I think.
It on Mr. Servos's thing here. Let's see here, Mr. Servos. The explode.
Damn.
It's 2d6.
Oh my god.
All right, so roll 2d6. Okay, so that means that Callie takes 6, Mr. Servos takes 6, Jamal takes 6.
All takes.
Okay.
Look, congratulations! That was the first time I got hit this match.
And all it took was a really stupid. I can't believe I rolled
All right.
a 1.
Okay,
Does
so
he still take,
this,
does he still take the damage though?
yeah, oh yeah, he still takes the damage.
Okay,
I'm
good.
gonna shove him over slightly, and then let me grab you guys again.
Could I
So like
theoretically say that
everybody gets there.
could I theoretically say that the shield takes the damage, considering it's like below
Oh.
him?
Welcome back.
Oh, am I back?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you
All
are.
right, all right.
But yes, you could do that.
All right. I will
Say
do
that
that then.
shield takes that damage.
I will do
Okay.
that then.
All right, but this guy, he still takes the 6 damage from the leap as Mr. Servos comes in and shield stomps him.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like lands on top of him, throws him off to the side because Mr. Servos is using a cold iron shield, and this guy specifically has a weakness against cold iron. That means he takes additional damage. So, first of all, there is the -6 for the actual damage itself, and then his weakness kicks in, and when you guys actually hit him, the cold iron, he doesn't look like an orc after this.
Oh,
All right. He is still humanoid. He's still pretty bulky and whatnot, but now he looks more like a he looks slightly more human. The thing that really marks him though as not human is the fact that he does not have a nose. Like he's rocking the Voldemort kind of like look. His face is like bright red. Like he's just got like a permanent like screaming rush of blood going on. And his helmet of many antlers clatters to the ground, but he still has antlers.
oh,
So yeah, he takes that hit. He screams. His voice goes from the like voice that he had before, kind of, and he just lets out like a stream of brand new curse words that Callie can use in Aklo later on. Okay, so Callie,
Yep.
Callie used an action to do the leap down onto this guy. So that's Mr. Servos' action.
Can I do a shield bash? Or like
okay. I think the stream is back on.
What?
Is it back on?
So,
yeah. Okay. All right. So for everybody that missed it, Callie shield bashed the orc who turned out not to be an orc, and they turned into a red, angry-looking Voldemort guy with antler horns.
Yeah. So Goomba Stomp happened, spread out a lot of damage. I'm assuming that the 6 damage did not go over the damage threshold for the shield.
Did not know.
Okay. All right. So long as the shield's not broken, then you can use it to have Mr. Servos do a shield bash.
Yes. What would I
All right. So you just roll his like punch and arm.
So sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. It's just not my day-to-day, I guess.
It happens.
We're getting it together. Scuff is part of the thing, and next year be even better. That hits.
Oh wow.
That hits. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough to like crit, but man, that hits, and that hits him hard.
Go gadget, get away from me.
Get away from my dad.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you come down, crash into this guy, stumbles back, like his skin is like burning and pop marked, like you hit him with acid, just by touching him with the cold iron.
Oh, hello. Did it cut out again? Oh no. Okay, we're still good. Okay.
All right. All right. So, and as you have, as he is reeling back from that, you pull the lever on Mr. Servo's punching action, and he just swings the shield directly into him, and there is a very loud, satisfying crunch. As thanks to the weakness that this guy has versus that is enough to dead him.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
This
Thank
man
God.
is unalived.
Oh, thank
Look,
God.
Jamal high five Callie.
And as he gets unalived, there is a for all of you who are right there on top of it, which is most of the party, anyways.
Mhm.
You guys feel a snap that kind of just reverberates through the air as this guy goes down. And there is a sort of settling of natural energies and stuff around you. Specifically, Laria, as an oracle, can feel that power sort of returning itself to one of the low. Torque also is quite sensitive to that sort of stuff. So, but everybody though, with the exception of the dead Konrasu,
Ow.
can feel that go back as his power washes out. And as his power washes out, it is just in time as from the building come storming some other dudes who just all immediately fucking drop dead as they come running out to "Roar, we're coming, boss." And then with him gone, so do they.
From over
So
here.
yeah, they're rushing out the door literally, and they all just friggin' drop
like
dead.
balls.
Yeah. So there were more of these
Oh
dudes
my
coming.
God.
Mhm.
Oh
But
my
they are
God.
all friggin' dead. So let me put celebratory red X's on all
Thank God, bro.
of them. Okay.
Mr.
So
and Callie can't take any more damage.
yeah, kaboom. How many hit points is sitting at right now?
How many hit point? Is Callie or Mr. Servos?
Or Mr. Servo specifically?
Oh, 14. He would have been down to 8 though if the damage
Yeah,
didn't
if
go to
you
the shield.
yeah, and so the shield need to be repaired. Mr. Servos need to be repaired. The Konrasu seriously need repaired.
Owie.
So yeah,
Owie.
big owie.
I took
Okay.
1 point of acid damage though. I might need a bandage.
Yeah, you
Might
might
need
need
a
a bit of a
bandage, you
might need a bit of a
say.
band-aid.
As Callie's on
Okay.
fire, bleeding, coughing up her own blood.
Okay, so
I'm like, Jamal felt like his neck was about to get popped from that landing, but he just pretty much just popped himself back into place.
I'm dying.
Where did that creature send him flying? Trying to look over Mr. Servos over here to him. Can we even see him, or is he behind the?
I like to
June.
say-
Honestly, June wouldn't be. June.
Is he dead?
Are we off at initiative now?
We're off initiative at this point.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just trying to point out
I have a question. Will giving him a health potion cure the dying ailment or no?
I believe it does.
Well then
Let me
if that's the
let
case,
me check real quick.
Can I go run
Hey,
over
I
to
have
him
a
and
potion as well.
yeah, I was like, can I
We can
go
like
run over to him and start force feeding him potions or
Yeah,
whatever?
or just
pour
stabilize him.
sword on
I
my
would,
face.
I would definitely give him my potion as well because I know he's gonna need it.
Okay. Okay. So the benefit is that we had not reached Shadowism Unagainst. So he is currently only dying 1. So he currently has the dying condition. He loses the dying condition, wounded condition, if you guys give him at least 1 hit point. So if you can give him 1 hit point before he gets to dying 4, then he goes back to not dying, and back to
Wait, you
conscious.
have to get him
If you
a
can give
hit
him,
point.
yeah, if
You
you can give
said?
him 1 hit point. Laria, though, I do believe
I
cantrip,
got.
so she can just stop him from dying.
Yeah,
But it doesn't heal him.
I think I have a. Was it called stabilize?
Yeah, stabilize will
Stabilize?
stop. Yeah, stabilize will
Mm.
stop him from dying. It pauses the dying. Okay.
So I'm no longer dying. I'm just unconscious.
Yeah. So you're still unconscious. You're still at 0 hit points, but you're actively dying. So now that you have basically opened up the window of time to provide treatment, Laria can now take like 10 minutes to use her medical supplies and her healer's tools to heal Shadow Wisdom again.
I
But
could
it will take her
imagine that,
10 minutes to do
like
that.
after he got hit with
Does
the giant.
Callie want to join me too? Because I think she's
Yeah,
training.
yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I think you
I
want
mean, yeah.
try to
Dude, you
get
might
to
have to calm her down though. She went into like a fucking blind rage when she saw her dad get flung like a mile away.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay,
Fucking
so
threw her dad in the
June
ground.
gone again.
are we missing June again? Okay.
June died again.
Damn.
June's internet is just being like
Yeah.
shit brains. Okay, but all right, so we're out of combat. So let me go ahead and take off the turn order here. So I'm going to clear that up. And okay, so what I'm going to need from Laria is I'm going to need Laria to do a medicine check to use the healer's tools.
Ooh.
Hell yes. Okay, so
She got
this
heal on lock.
yeah, she got that heal on lock here. Healer tools. Let me pop that up. Do you have regular healers tools?
Let me see. That.
Okay, so you've got regular healers tools. Okay. All right. So, when you use to administer first aid, so this is the actual like action that you're doing here. Or no, I'm sorry.
What happens
You don't
if you
have to.
get
You
a
don't have to.
critical success on it? Then?
Yeah, you got a critical success. Look at how much benefit that does. Okay, so the medicine check DC is usually 15, although I can adjust it, circumstances and that sort of thing. So the standard one is 15. I'm going to keep it at that, which means that yes, you did crit. So with a critical treat wounds, let me open this up in its own window here. Okay, so with a critical, if you succeed at your check, you can continue to grant additional. If you treat them for a total of 1 hour, you double the hit points that they regain. Although, what is your proficiency with medicine? Are you trained?
Trained, yes.
Trained. Okay. So that means that critical 4d8, and you also remove condition.
4d8?
That's how, yeah, d8, and it also means that Shadow Wizard Renegade does not gain the wounded condition.
Whoa.
Okay, do you just want me to roll the 48?
Yes, please. So just 48. Boom. There we go. All right, Shadow Wizard Renegade. You go from fucking death's door to like, feeling a pause being down on expiration date, and then like 10 minutes later, there is just an absolute rush of sensation as like your orb lights back up, reforms itself into like the face that you do with your like floaty lights and whatever, and all of your like fucking Konrasu wood vines and everything all suddenly start like, flapping around and move as you go through your entire fucking reset process.
Windows startup sound.
Hell yeah. Okay, so during that 10 minutes, however, I am going to say that Torque takes the opportunity to just set Sirhan over here. He's still very groggy from the repeated beatings that he has taken, so he's barely mobile at the moment. But he's not otherwise dying or anything. So she sets him aside. She tells the party that she is going to see if she can find a way to put out the fire. Something else explodes.
Maybe a good idea.
Yeah.
So
maybe
I'm gonna say
maybe
she
Mr.
during that time period she comes over here. She finds some rain barrels that are like water, and then she just starts like throwing them all over the explosive chemical area of the forge over here. So
Mr.
the fire's not
Services
really
with
out,
barb.
but I'm going to go ahead off of the map. It's no longer dangerous. So she does that.
Wait.
Let's see here. Let me also go ahead and take a moment to red dot off of Shadow Wizard Money Gang. So Shadow Wizard Money Gang is back up to 20, not wounded.
I
Valeria, do you
jerk
wanna-
up and I scream, "Where is he?"
He's a smoldering he is a smoldering mess of like smoking remains that aren't even humanoid anymore.
I'll just say, don't worry, your daughter took care of it.
I look over at Callie and I'm like, "That's my girl."
I was
Why
imagining
not?
it was like Callie's like holding his like his branch arm and she's like crying. She thinks he's about to die. And then she like through the sniffle, she's like, I killed him.
I killed
I'm
him.
like, I refuse.
What is this thing? It's not even really an orc. It had antlers. It kind of
Which, by the way, as it dissolves, that's the only thing that remains is the pair of antlers.
Is it an item?
June's gonna like gingerly like pick up the antlers like from like the very tips of it.
Okay. You pick up two antlers. I'm going to assume that throughout June's life, at some point, June's handled probably a dead deer, hunting or whatever. At some point, very very similar. These are 4-point antlers. They are lightweight, like a normal like pair of antlers would be, but obviously they're not usually attached to something that's human shaped.
Mhm.
The end that connects to where the skull is, there are little pieces of like bone that are beginning to stick out from like the dissolving goop that the rest of him is turning into.
Yeah.
They are items, in the fact that you can pick them up and do things with them, but they're not items.
Yeah. I'm gonna look towards the our friend over here and say, "You're not gonna grow antlers, are you?"
Oh. He very blurrily like turns his head over to June and like he looks at the antlers and he's like, no. Who are you people?
Who are you
was like,
people?
I think
I was like,
Torque
I
might
would
be
say
better
Jamal.
explaining this. And like she's gonna pass the antlers to Jamal over here. Does he take them or does he?
No, yeah, Jamal takes it and explained. He was like, yeah, he was. Yeah, apparently he was not even human at all. But I'm not sure what. But I've heard stories about these from the war.
You know what these are?
I'm Not even sure. Jamal, like, I'm not sure, but I heard stories about these
Jamal,
creatures.
yeah, you've heard mostly stories, but during your time in the war, particularly when you were like deep in enemy lines in the like gnomish territories, gnomes themselves are kind of sort of fey creatures. They are very close to fey creatures, and they tend to have a lot of fey creature allies, which is why you are familiar with the particular smell that comes from. Humanoids or
Okay.
humanoid fey is not like unusual. A lot of them usually are, but and a lot of them are like animal features. So this is not outside of that realm. This specific thing, however, though, it's hard to place. But you have heard rumors that sometimes when the when the gnomes would have like small groups that were like in the bunkers and whatnot, sometimes they'd
Mhm.
go a little
Ugh,
crazy.
Goon's gone.
And so when they go a little crazy,
Get a
that's
little
when there would
quirked
be
up.
room. That's yeah. When they worked up, no, there was a room amongst the other troops that one of the gnomes usually would take on leadership position, become like extra angry, mad, and whatnot. Have like a red face from like all the screaming and everything. Um, could strike fear in others simply by like saying shit. Um, and they tended to call those guys sklems.
Okay.
So that's what you know. You know that they've got uh, they've got some dudes that occasionally get extra angry, and they call them sklems. So this may be some form of sklem.
Oh.
But yeah, the antlers that left behind basically the same thing that you would get off of like a deer. So anything you might want to use antlers for, like say you wanted to make like a nifty like dagger handle or something like that, you could totally make a dagger handle or spear tips or any other sort of like primitive weapon. They totally work for that function. But otherwise, though, there's nothing otherwise special about
I could imagine Cowie's like kicking the dust pile and like cursing him in Akla.
calling him the new things that he just recently
I
learned.
was like,
Am I back?
Okay,
Okay.
so
God, this is getting annoying. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what is going on. There's no thunderstorm. There's no nothing. I have no idea
Who's
why
your
the internet
ISP?
keeps going out.
yeah, who's your ISP?
I don't know. It's my dad's internet or house. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's fine. Scuff is part of the name of the game.
Mhm.
But otherwise, what you missed essentially was me explaining to Jamal that he's heard rumors of gnome soldiers that when they got enclosed in like a bunker by themselves for a while, sometimes they'd go a little nuts, and usually like one dude like become like the leader. He would become very red in the face
Mhm.
and could strike fear in others just by like yelling and things. So similar to this guy. And in the war, those guys were called sklems. So this guy might be some form of sklem, but normally they were gnomes. This guy's obviously was not a gnome.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
He is
So,
a dead though, so.
oh yeah, he is hella dead. Because the other thing is that when you kill one of the iron, they don't come back. Like they cannot come back.
Oh.
Serves him right.
So because the other thing with fey creatures,
it's
and
like,
everybody
that'd
would know
probably
this in
be
general.
like so basically,
Mhm.
so basically, you probably could just say,
He gone.
it's like, wait, who? And Jamal was like, I'm not even sure, but back in my war, it explains like there was like when you used to like deal with groups of like gnomes, and like some of them, I don't know what, but just start screaming their heads off for some fucking reason, and just kind of weird. And some around the camp kind of was just kept calling them slims for some reason, but I digress. But it's just never would have actually thought I would see one in person, let alone see one this freakishly big for some reason. And the whole Antler thing is a kind of new addition, so I generally don't know what we would just fought against.
Mm-hmm.
But
Uh,
luckily, but luckily, Callie kind of already knew what to do, like a heartbeat, including the fact that the shield was made out of cold steel.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
The
already knew
hedgehog.
the
cold
Cold
iron,
already knew the
cold iron
language.
specifically.
Already knew the
Um,
language of the Fae.
it made
Yeah, and Aklo is a common language amongst evil Fae creatures.
like, yeah,
We're
but
just
Jamal
concerned that
probably
Kelly
was
knows
like,
it.
well, she is the
Okay.
fish person.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah,
as
because if I remember
everyone
correctly,
is sort
don't
of
the
like,
psychic fish speak Aqua or whatever? Like
yes, the psychic
that's
murder fish also speak.
yeah, that's
Um,
how she knows Aqua.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
the
So,
the psychic
uh,
murder fish who enslaved her people for like several thousand years.
Ah.
the one guy who his name is Sirhan.
Mm-hmm.
He does manage to very like uh it takes him a lot of effort, but he does manage to get to his feet. And he takes a couple of wobbly steps over towards the party. He does put his hand up, the whole like I don't mean any harm or anything.
I would also tell like Torque to get over here. She can
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see the same.
Torque comes back
Mm.
down to like rejoin the party, and like she helps like balance this guy. And he's very surprised to see Torque. He says something to her uh in Orcish, and he's still clearly having a little like problem communicating. But
I'm
she says
also
something back.
gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Just a big like heal spell
The big heal.
to like
Okay,
Big
everyone
deal.
so
around me.
all right, so everybody gets a D8 hit points back. So roll me that D8. Or well, there it is, right there, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody takes that 4 points of healing.
Mm.
All right, max health.
Feel
Oh my
Nice
motivated.
god,
health.
dude. Man
You
went
are
from
now
dead to
motivated.
alive like really quickly.
All right.
Cal's still
So let
kinda
me.
limping.
Let's see. Wait, damn, I'm full health. Could I just no wait? That's 4. That's 8.
Mhm.
Yeah, you get the 4. Okay, so
Mm.
all right, so Mushroom puts out healing, which does also again steady Sirhan a bit more.
Mhm.
But Torque says something back to him in Orcish, and he kind of like blinks in surprise and like looks back over the rest of the party, and he switches to common. And he gives you his name, that he is Sirhan, and he says, uh, uh, I thank you. Um, I know that you guys didn't come here uh, to save me or anything. Um, uh, I'm honestly I'm real surprised to even see Miss Torque here. Uh, and he kind of like looks down at the pile of uh,
Hmm.
remains, and he's like, uh, "That guy wasn't an orc. I knew something was fucked up with him, but uh, shit, I didn't think he would like evaporate. Um, it's just freaky and weird. Look, I apologize. I'm bleeding all over the place, and I'm wearing just a pair of shorts here. It's kind of breezy. Um, if you folks don't mind, and if I can get a bit of a helping hand, and he sort of like looks at Torque, but I would like to grab my stuff if they didn't like throw it in the shitter or whatever. And if you guys can give me, I can be road ready. But since I don't think anyone here is gonna, and you're clearly the victors,
Doing that again.
take what you will. Yeah. So he essentially just take what you want from this place. He's not going to stop you. None of these dead guys are going to stop you. He's just going to go collect his actual gear so that he can be ready to leave this place. And so over the next like 10 minutes, that is exactly what he does. So Torque and him go into the building to collect some of Sirhan's stuff. They come back out with him wearing some like clothing, and he's got like, you know, armor slung over his shoulder that he's not wearing, or slung over his shoulder. And he's moving a lot better like as time goes by. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what the hell is. With all of the orcs, basically for every single dead body, there is a gun. There is a very shoddy flintlock gun. However, though, they all have bullets on them. So, since ammo is currently a thing, let's go over. Excuse me, ammo. Okay, so
Callie definitely gonna need that.
I got
yeah.
5
So we've
bullets to my
got
name and nothing else.
okay. So we've got amongst these fellows, there is 5. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 30, 40, 50.
Oh my god.
And then there's 150. And then they had another storage pile of another 50. So there's straight up 200 rounds of ammunition. This is standard ammunition. They also have non-standard ammunition. The non-standard ammunition is they have essentially bullets, which if you have a modular gun that can handle them, then you've got bullets that instead of doing piercing damage, they have bullets that do slashing damage and bludgeoning damage. And they've got 50 of each. There is straight up grenades in here.
Oh,
Yeah, there are let's see here. There are 3 crystal shard grenades.
Crystal shard grenades.
Yeah, and they are the moderate strength crystal shards.
Well, I would go good with the bomb launcher.
Yeah, so you got 3 of those. There is also amongst all of the various stuff, plenty of coinage. There it's 180 gold pieces.
Damn. God.
Might be enough to split amongst everyone.
Yeah, so you got all of that. Then so you've got the crystal shards, moderate strength. There is the oh god, what did I just tell you? All the bullets, all of the gold, the 180 gold. In addition to all of that, the over in the area where it happened, Torque pulls out a big metal crate that was protected from the explosion, and inside the big metal crate is where they keep all of their first aid supplies, which includes expanded healer's tools.
Hmm.
Ooh,
I'll take that.
yeah.
So there's the expanded version of
Yep.
healer's tools. They also have one more of those moderate strength sinew shock serums.
Mm.
They also have
They got
five of the minor healing potions,
mm.
and they also have a they have one that is this it looks like it's a bottle full of fucking mercury,
Full
but it's got something written on it in Orcish, and Torque translates that it says "property of Commander Blacktear" on it.
Wait, what? It's a bottle full of what? Bottle full of
It
what?
it looks like a bottle of mercury. It's not mercury though. It is.
Can I do a check?
It's
to
a.
see?
I'll go out. Yeah, make a alchemy check. Crafting.
Crafting,
Yeah, make your crafting check for that one.
yeah.
Okay.
I think I know what it is, guys.
What this is specifically is a mutagen.
Ooh.
It is a silver tongue mutagen of moderate strength.
Silver tongue.
Mm-hmm. Also, in there, again marked with that same writing, Commander Blacktear. There is a wrapped in linen. There is a stone, mortar, and pestle.
Hmm.
Stone mortar and.
Yep, stone, mortar, and pestle.
Oh, well, then I'll take that. I need that for drug making. I mean, herbal chemical substances.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
There is, and then at the very bottom of this trunk that Torque pulls out, uh, there is inside of it. There is a like essentially there's like a little hidden compartment, and in the little hidden compartment, there is a dagger that is all like black completely, uh, like black metal.
Is it like a special metal?
Uh, well, it's steel, but it has been treated with something that has turned it black.
Oh.
And then there is
Can I like
another.
discern what
There's
the
another
alloy
dagger.
is?
Yeah, you could make a check to determine
Another
like what
crafting?
is up with the alloy. Yeah, another crafting. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so there's actually two daggers, and two things have been done to these different daggers, and we'll just do it off that one check. So essentially, what you have is you have a dagger that has been treated with a special alchemical substance, which has turned it all black. And if you use this dagger when there is no light around you, so like it has to be dark when you're using this dagger. But if you use this dagger in the darkness, it causes an affliction to the target. So basically, while it's dark, this dagger is poisonous.
Ooh.
Oh, can I have that?
Jamal might like that. Well, Jamal June might like that.
Now
Okay.
the other dagger, this one, it's the handle and hilt and everything looks pretty normal, but the actual dagger itself, like the actual blade, is as see-through as glass,
Oh.
but it is still metal.
It's as see-through as glass.
Yeah, it is as see-through as glass.
Is there like an enchantment on it that makes it like?
No, again, this is an alchemical.
Alchemical.
Yeah, it's an alchemical process that turns clear, that makes the metal clear. But when it does this, it also adds on to another property. And the particular property that it adds on to this is that if you are making if you are forced to make a saving throw versus visual effect, you can hold the dagger up to like view through the dagger, so it doesn't actually block your vision, but it gives you a +1 to your saving throw versus the versus
Oh,
the visual effect.
I might
that
want
could be
that
interesting.
then. I might want that.
Mm.
I'm real shit on them saving throws.
So those are the special things in here. Other than that, there
It
is
was like,
a assortment of swords, neck choppers that are orc specific weapons. There are a couple of goblin specific weapons,
God.
which is again mostly of the bladed variety. There's also like some I forget what it's called, but it's the goblin like flechette gun that just shoots trash.
Kind of like the one that Callie had.
The fling flenser or whatever.
The fling flinzer, that one.
Yeah. I need
Mhm.
to upgrade if I'm gonna make something like similar
oh,
to that.
it was like,
All right.
I want to say.
Oh,
Pardon me.
oh.
Hmm?
Sorry, I'm just worried that like the internet's gonna go out in any second now. Just like
Is there anything like over
Oh, wait,
here
what?
on this? Like, there's like maps and stuff. It seems over here. Is there anything special over here?
Yeah, there are some rudimentary maps of the area. And as you're like just searching around through there,
Okay.
make a perception check, please.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Okay. It looks like a bunch of area maps,
Could I
probably here and
could I
nearby areas.
theoretically could I put on the kind of like get going, Mr. Rose, and could I put on the bloodhound mask and
the
I
blood.
mean, yeah, you can put on the
and then
bloodhound mask.
see if I see anything different, smell anything
Uh,
different.
yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Just wanted to give it a shot. Alright, do I do just perception again?
Yeah, try perception again with the bloodhound.
Hold on. It's a additional.
It's a +1, I believe.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
well, 15 was the DC that we're aiming for.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
all right. So, as you're going through all this, you find actually a couple of them have been stuck together. And you very carefully are like peeling them apart to reveal the pages that have been like all stuck together. Um, and amongst there, you find a area map of the region that you are currently in. But you also find that overlaid with it, there is uh, sketches of like tunnels or caves or something that also all crisscross this area.
Hmm.
Um, let me bring us back over to the area map real quick, and I can.
Yeah, I was about to ask if we have like a crudely drawn map, would that reveal all the areas that we haven't seen or been to?
Pretty much.
All right. Yeah.
Let me come back over here to the. So let's just move us back over here to the region map. Okay, here we
Okay.
go. All right. So uh, the region map, let you guys know that there are some like homesteads over here.
Mhm.
There is the big lake over here that you were told about, as well as more homesteads on this side of it.
Mhm.
So you got all of this stuff down here. This is all mostly like cleared out land. Uh, so here you now know like where all of um, homesteads are. You know the size of the marsh and all that sort of stuff. But there's a couple of other little uh, X's that I need to put on the map now.
Okay.
Um, oh yeah, and up here. I'll be right back. All right. So the additional X's that need to be placed here on the map is there is an additional X that is over here, and it's got a orc symbol by it, which Torque can translate to means aerial danger. So something that's dangerous and flies.
Okay.
Located
Uh-oh,
there.
I don't like the sound of that.
Probably the thing that
Then over
nearly
here, let me put it there. Okay. Then over here, it's got again sort of like the symbol danger, and then like a very crudely drawn like turtle next to it, and essentially
let
what
you-
passes as a orcish like question mark.
Just let you know, we can't see anything past the these little circles.
Has the map not updated?
I mean, they probably updated, but like the vision, we can only see up to like here,
we can't see the X's on the map.
and then like
Past,
Okay.
like whatever you're doing. Like now we can see the X's here because you moved the circle there, but
because I was moving I was moving it.
I think it's because you have it like where it doesn't update until like you actually drag it or like drop it. Maybe.
Until it's like within our vision.
Yeah.
Like our circle of vision.
Well, you know what? We'll just keep trying to like move things around. Okay,
We'll fiddle with it.
All right. Can you see the two houses that are here next
Yes.
to this figure? Okay. So there's those. Let me just go ahead and copy this and then move an additional token over here. So there's a house there. There is the house that's there. The one that is there. The one that is
damn it.
there. All right. So, and then there's the X that's over here. Okay. So, to ping on the map, this is the one that is the area. This is the one that's marked danger turtle question mark. According to the other like symbols, they have down here this specific homestead. They have a symbol on their cat folk. This one over here, human, human, human. This one is halfling. Obviously, you guys already met the Green Hill family, but halfling. And then this one over here, it has question mark.
It's probably the wizard.
So that's what is otherwise marked on. So you got like those two things. But then underneath this, like I said, they've got a thing that has a whole bunch of like crisscrossing tunnels or caves or something like that, which does point out down here the entrance that you guys are already aware of to the Darklands. So that's like the primary entrance to this cave network that they've otherwise got a very basic map of. So that's the other map that they have got in there. Let's move back over to battle map. Diddly diddly doo. Back over here to the orc fort.
Experience points.
Let's see here. So, actually giving you guys experience points in a while. What are you guys currently sitting at?
100, I think.
100.
Okay. Then go ahead and update that to 200. So go ahead and put that at 200. And then on top of that, we've got one. Okay, so from just like dealing with the fort and the orcs and what's not, that's 250.
So is that adding to the 200 we have now?
Yeah, that's adding to the 200 that you have now. So you should have like 450.
All right.
So you're essentially halfway to 4.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Well, that's all good and groovy and what. I know that we're having some like internet issues. There we go.
Speaking of the devil.
So I am going to put the loot stuff into the Discord so that we've got it there and we can figure out who's got what.
Yep.
So what we're going to do here is I think this is actually probably a good time.
Set up for mine.
Okay. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we are going to pick back up again on the, I believe it's 6th is the next. Yeah, the 6th is the next Saturday. So in the new year, on the 6th of January, we'll pick up again, and we'll have the party back at camp during the intervening week. In the server, we'll figure out if we want to take any time for additional crafting or anything like that. So if there's any sort of like time skip, we're aware of it ahead of hand. But what I intend to do is after.
I forgot to ask.
Hello?
Was there any tools that Callie could like take? Any tools?
Oh, yeah. There were specifically there were specifically on the tools besides the healer's kit. There was one unfortunately fairly abused gun cleaning kit that they were not using properly, as well as all of the little machines you would need in order to like pack and load and craft your own ammunition.
Ooh. Let's look at ammo. Alright, yeah, that's cool. What would that
Not to mention if you just wanted to like loot forks and plates and all that sort of stuff, you could.
Forks.
But as far as like important stuff, you guys essentially have hoovered important jazz. But what I was saying though, is that when we come back on the 6th, we should know in between now and then if there is any sort of like time skip as we like take downtime for crafting and things like that to happen. But what I am intending to do when we come back is essentially it's been long enough that it's time for Dan to come back up to the surface to do another like trade and supply run. And so Dan's going to swing by the camp essentially to like officially say hi to the entire party, and let you know that he has spotted some things down in Darklands over the past like couple of days, and from his conversation with Tim and Jamal, and the like he had mentioned with Shadow Wizard Money Gang, it seems like it would be a good idea to let us know about. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to show up with some stuff for trading and also some information, and then the party can make a decision on where they go from there.
Oh yeah, I still gotta craft his son a new soccer ball.
Well, you know what? You can take a day and to make a ball so that you can give it to him when he shows up.
Balling, but at what cost?
1 copper piece. That's the cost.
Damn, I bet.
So yeah, that's what we will do. We will pick up there. We have had a lot of scuff this evening, but you guys have managed to tackle a huge encounter.
Despite me getting my shit rocked.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's honestly, I think it's very impressive to note that, like, out of everything, Shadow Wizard Money Gang was the only one who got completely knocked down. Everybody took some level of damage. Some. It was Callie and Mr. Servos got like ate up, but Mr. Servos proved himself to be an actual literal tank.
Yeah, like they took at least half the encounter.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Servos with the scattergun, and I do not regret it at all to you guys of like just rolling around with a fucking because it's hilarious. It is so funny. And it does honestly let you guys like bat slightly above your weight category, and I think that's cool.
Cat, leave me alone. Not in the mood.
Maybe the cat's been eating the internet.
Maybe, I don't know.
Munching on that.
But
Ethernet.
either way, again, I want to thank all of you guys for putting up with me and like having this like game and everything. I hope that it was enjoyable this session. I know that it was a little rocky and a little short for our normal, but otherwise, everything's good. And on the 6th, we'll come back. We'll pick back up, and basically, you guys are going to find out some information from Dan about stuff that's going on in the Darklands, and the party can then essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going the choice on whether or not the party wants to proceed into the Darklands and like deal with the problem there, or if the party wants to stay on the surface and take a trip to one of the other nearby towns. There is the big town of Lariel, which is about 30-ish, 30, 40 miles from where you guys are at. Or there is the closer but far more like elevated town of Whitford, where they've got the sea elevators at. So there's but Whitford is a smaller town though. So essentially that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give the party a choice on which way to go. So I'm going to let Dan inform you on what's going on in the Down Under. And if y'all want to deal with that, cool. That's where we'll head next. If you would rather stay up top and like go to one of these other like towns, then that's where we're going. So in the Discord server over the next week, I'll let you guys know what's up so that you can tell me which way you're feeling like leaning one way or the other, so I know how to plan. But next session specifically is Dan officially introducing to the whole of the party, giving you guys some more information, which will be pertinent to the serpent folk threat, and the Lamia and all that sort of stuff. So that's what's coming up.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, if I have not said it to you at some point, everybody. The hell was that?
I think he
The
sneezed.
cat. Wow, they actually ripped my jeans. Okay, I am.
Oof. Okay then. Well, to everybody except that cat, Happy New Year.
Yeah, they actually ripped a hole in my jeans. Okay.
Well, June, you go take care of that.
I am not having a good day today.
No, today has been a real shit show for you. But
Hopefully
either way, though,
hopefully I can glue these like half-minute pieces of the string together into like one video and upload it to YouTube. But I'm very sorry about the internet connections. I have no idea. Like, there's no storm. There's no nothing. I don't know what's going on. But yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Okay, but either way,
send you my recording.
That might be beneficial.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we'll do this again later, and we'll figure out what we're doing in the coming year on the Discord server. So everybody have a wonderful New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day and everything. I hope it
Happy
is.
New Year's.
I hope it is fun. So happy New Year, everybody.
Take care and
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Don't
irresponsibly.
Don't hold any fireworks in your hands.
Unless they're sparklers.
Yeah. The only appropriate place to hold fireworks is unlit in your hands, sparklers in your hands. Everything else, it's between your thighs.
I was gonna say butthole, but that works too.
I wasn't gonna say there, but yeah. All right, everybody, have a good one, and thank you again. So, not bleeding. No, I'm okay, Yuki. I'm sorry. It's their kitten. Like their claws aren't like big, but they're sharp. So
it's got that kitten energy.
Yeah,
it's kind of vaguely forgivable.
Vaguely.
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 But yeah, I will see you all later. I'll say see you all next year, but that joke's been done to death. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next session and hopefully with a lot less internet scuff.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, everyone. Have a pleasant evening, and I will talk to y'all's laters.
Auf Wiedersehen.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night.
I
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
just